Welcome back, guys, to another UEFA Champions League Fantasy podcast where I'm going to show you the best team selection for the UCL Fantasy Matchday 1. Yes, you are right. I'm going to focus on a single matchday and pick the players which will be the most contributive for the UCL Fantasy Matchday 1. We fantasy managers usually pick the players which are going to be good for the long perspective, but probably some of you are going to use cheap strategy due to injuries. Maybe you are going to use limitless or wildcard before matchday 2 looks very seductive, where Olympiacos is against Arsenal in a away game, Paphos is against Bayern, Kairat is against Real Madrid, and we got very good stuff because that's why probably we are going to use limitless or wildcard. However, if you want to see the team which is all about long perspective, you can watch it on my channel because yesterday I just uploaded the final team draft for the UCL Fantasy Matchday 1, and of course I must announce that I will have the deadline stream before Tuesday's game, and you can join me there, and of course I will answer all the questions what you have for the Matchday 1. So guys, before I start the team selection, I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and like this video and help me to reach the subscribers milestone, which is on the screen right now. And what's the most important on the screen, you just see the league code in UCL Fantasy and join me there, and let's make little competition between us. So guys, as a rule, I want to start with the goalkeepers and defenders. As the goalkeepers, I'm going to start with Thibaut Courtois from Real Madrid, and as a backup, I'll have Juan Garcia from Barcelona. Thibaut Courtois just made 2 clean sheets in this season out of 4 possible, and they just conceded 2 goals. One of them was penalty yesterday's game against Real Sociedad. So I think against Marseille in the first game of the Champions League, Real Madrid has high probability to have a clean sheet. So Thibaut Courtois will be great asset for our team. What about Juan Garcia? And I think that it is going to be hell to play against Newcastle in a away game at St. James Park. But meanwhile, in this season, Newcastle struggles to score goals against opposite team. They just sold Isak to Liverpool and bought Voldemort from Stuttgart, who just scored a goal in yesterday's game against Wolves. But I think that Barcelona is able to have a clean sheet. So under 4.5 million, I think we have very good and very cheap goalkeeper, and probably if Courtois somehow fails, I'll have Juan Garcia as the backup, and I think one of them is going to have a clean sheet in the first game of UCL Fantasy. Defense, I'm going to start with Denzel Dumfries. In the last season, he was one of the best attacking defender after Hakimi, I think. And in this year, he already scored a goal against Udinese. The first match is against Ajax, and I think Denzel Dumfries has the ability to score a goal or maybe grab an assist, and also has the good ability he's good at ball recoveries. So I think under 6 million, Denzel Dumfries is the best defender for UCL Fantasy Matchday 1. What about others? I have Dan Hussein from Real Madrid, and I just explained the situation of Thibaut Courtois. I guess Real Madrid is not going to concede goal from Marseille in the first game, and under 4.5 million, even Dan Hussein is going to be very good for the long perspective, not only for the Matchday 1. At ball recoveries, he is very good. He has very good long passes, and also from the set pieces, he's a threat in opposite danger. He already scored a goal and made an assist in this season, and then Hussein is looking very solid in defensive position, and I think under 4.5 million he is must have in this season. The next player is going to be Timber from Arsenal, and he loves to join attack. He already scored 2 goals in this season from the set pieces, and also at ball recoveries he is very solid. So I think having Timber under 5 million, he is very good asset. Next one is Otamendi from Benfica. The first match is against Karabakh. That's why I'm going to pick Nicolas Otamendi. At ball recoveries, he's one of the best in UCL Fantasy, guys, trust me. And in the last season, he just made crucial points with the ball recoveries. And Nicolas Otamendi sometimes loves to take silly yellow cards, but I think from the set pieces, he's also very good. So against Azerbaijani team, I guess that Nicolas Otamendi is must have in the first match. Just like another player from the Portuguese team, it is going to be Gonçalo Inácio from Sporting. The match against Kairat Almaty, the debut of Kairat is going to happen against Sporting in a away game, and I think who else but Sporting is going to have a clean sheet against Kairat. And Gonçalo Inácio, who plays every minute in this season, it's a solid player, solid defender. He also made an assist in this season, and I think the player which is good in attacking position and also very good at ball recoveries. Who else but Gonçalo Inácio, the leader in the Sporting defensive side, is going to be in our team. So guys, let's see our midfielders right now. The midfield, I'm going to start with double up from Barcelona, Rafinha and Pedri. In absence of Lamine Yamal, who has spine injury, I think Rafinha must take the responsibility and being a leader in the first match in a UCL Fantasy against Newcastle. So guys, in the last season, Rafinha was the leader of Barcelona, and in a case of efficiency and the contribution, he just made crucial points for our fantasy teams. And I guess he was one of the best player, and also almost almost became the top scorer in the last year Champions League. In this year, Rafinha already scored goals for Barcelona, so he is not one season wonder, and he can continue like this. So in absence of Lamine Yamal, I think Rafinha is a must pick at this moment. In the last episode, I just explained that all day long. I mean, Lamine Yamal was the better selection than Rafinha. But in a case of injury at this moment, if Lamine Yamal is going to miss the first match in the Champions League, Rafinha will be the great replacement of him. Of course, we got Winnie Jr. as one of the great replacement of Lamine Yamal in UCL Fantasy Matchday 1. The match is against Marseille, but I think Winnie is not in the best shape and Rafinha is in better shape at this moment. So picking Rafinha and alongside Pedri will be great contribution for our team. What about Pedri, guys, who just start to scoring goals, and what kind of goals? The screamers, and Pedri already scored some goals outside of the box, and that means that's an extra points, and Pedri is the kind of player who can become man of the match easily. So guys, having Pedri in our team is a very good asset for not only single match day for the long perspective, but even single match day against Newcastle. Pedri will be the decisive player for Barcelona in absence of Lamine Yamal, and we all know he is the shadow leader of Barcelona in the midfield. He controls everything. He loves to make an assist, and already he just started scoring goals. So under 7.5 million, Pedri is going to be crucial asset for the match day 1. And in a best team selection, I could not miss Bradley Barcola from PSG. At the beginning of the season, he is in a very good shape. He also scored goals for the France national team. In PSG, he plays very well alongside Kvaratskhelia, and you know that Dembele and Desire Doué are going to miss the first match and probably the second match against Barcelona, but we are focused on a single match day. That means Dembele and Doué are going to miss match against Atalanta at home. So Bradley Barcola, Kvaratskhelia and Gonçalo Ramos are going to be in the starting lineup, I guess. And Bradley Barcola is playing in his position, and sometimes they rotating the positions. I mean, Kvaratskhelia and Bradley Barcola, but Barcola scored so many goals in this season already and made an assist, and I think he's in a great shape. We can use it just like we used in the last season, and Bradley Barcola is a must-have. If you focus on a single match day, Bradley Barcola is must-have, guys, trust me, for the match day 1. Another player is going to be Olise from Bayern, and the first match against Chelsea is not that seductive, as it's not that good and attractive, but to be honest, Olise is the leader in Bayern midfield line, and who else but him is able to score goals for Bayern. And despite the fact the fixture is too hard, I think Olise is must have because he has good ability. He makes assists, dribbles, just score goals, screamers, and I think against Chelsea, who has not Colwill in defensive side and has the problems, Olise is going to be leader and score at least goal against Chelsea for Bayern. Next one is Declan Rice from Arsenal, and in absence of Saka, Declan Rice just crosses corners, both corners from the left and right side, and that increases the opportunity of the assist. He also loves to score goals in a case, and guys, I know that there is Subimendi, Mikel Merino, Declan Rice. 3 of them are going to be good. I think that Declan Rice loves to make assists just like he did in the last season. And I guess for the match day 1, Declan Rice will be better selection than Merino and than Subimendi. So I guess if not an injury situation, I would pick Declan Rice in a central, and it just increases the opportunity of an assist from the set pieces, and also he loves to score goal. At ball recoveries he is also good, and have the player, it is of course necessary to have that kind of player who can bring the points, extra points from the ball recoveries. So guys, let's see my forward line. My forward line is going to start with Kylian Mbappe, who just scored 5 goals during 5 matches. He's in a great shape for Real Madrid. Even he scored for the French national team. And Kylian Mbappe against Marseille, the opposite team is familiar for him. He just scored too many goals when he was playing for PSG against Marseille. And I think in the first match of the Champions League, in this season, Kylian Mbappe will score against Marseille, and he is also the first candidate to be the captain on the match day 1. So guys, next one is Viktor Gyökeres, who started scoring goals for Arsenal, and he just already scored 3 goals for Gunners. And I think in the Champions League in the last season he was very good asset, you know. And Viktor Gyökeres, in the absence of Saka, I think he's going to take set pieces, I mean penalties, and that just led us to extra points. So against Athletic Bilbao, Gyökeres will be good asset for our team. Next one is Luis Suarez from Sporting, and just he scored another goal yesterday against his opponent in Portuguese league, and the first match is against Kairat. So I just predict that Sporting is able to score many goals in this match, and Luis Suarez, the forward, is going to be crucial player in this team, and I think he is must have at this moment if you are focusing on a single match day. So guys, that's my team. In the bank I have 0.5 million, so it will help you for the next fixtures. I mean, if you are going to use limitless card, of course it will not have an effect to have that additional money in the bank, but on the other side, you just take that, you are just able to take that money and use for the player of the good quality, just like Cuti Romero, instead of Inacio or other players. You have all the options on your side. So guys, 0.5 million in the bank, and that team for the match day 1 is going to be very good and very solid. So what do you think, guys? You can comment down below and tell me your opinion about the team. And now guys, I'm going to tell you about the captaincy for the match day 1. So guys, this is my team, and don't forget that the first match day of UCL Fantasy is divided on the 3 days. So we are able to pick the 3 captains during match day 1 on the 16th September, 17th and 18th September. So guys, the first player is going to be my captain. Of course, it's Kylian Mbappe from Real Madrid against Marseille on a Tuesday's game. Then we got Olise or Bradley Barcola. I'm going to pick between them for the Wednesday game. And after that, if they fail, I have Rafinha and Pedri, but probably Rafinha as the first choice, or maybe Luis Suarez from Sporting as a differential captain for the 18th of September. So guys, that's my team. On the first day, I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. It's a very good balance. And on other days, on the 17th we got only 3 players, but on 18th we just left with the 5 players. So guys, the team is so solid. I think if you have if you would pick anyone else, you can comment down below and you can rate my team out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and join me in my league, and just make little competition between us. Thank you.